And good evening and welcome to Stewart Field here on the campus of the Illinois Institute of Technology, where this evening we got a treat for you folks. The men's soccer Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference season opener, the conference season opener for Illinois Tech and Edgewood College. Hello everyone, this is Eric Willowhite, the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. Going to be on the call for tonight's match, which will start a little bit later. Initially scheduled for 7 o'clock. There was some traffic issues for Edgewood getting in town, so the game start time was pushed to 7:15 p.m. We will, we'll have the starters and anthem here in a little bit. But first, let's get through a little bit of a game preview. The Illinois Tech in the latest United Soccer Coaches Men's Soccer Division III Region 8 poll rankings, both the Hawks and Eagles made it on the list. The Hawks entered the list for the first time this season, taking 6th place ranking, while the Eagles moved up one spot from their previous week's ranking to take 7th place. So 6th and 7th in the Region 8 rankings for Illinois Tech and Edgewood, respectively. On Tuesday, September 17th, Hawks forward Devin Zachary was named the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Men's Soccer Offensive Player of the Week for the week of September 9th through 15th. Zachary had a career week for the Hawks. He recorded 6 goals between the 3 games, including a hat trick in Sunday's 4-1 win over Lake Forest. Zachary finished the week with 12 points, 11 shots, 10 shots on goal, and a .545 shot percentage. The Hawks enter NAC play with an undefeated record after going 4-0-1 in early non-conference action. In their last non-conference game before NAC play, the Hawks secured a 4-1 victory over Lake Forest College, behind a stellar offensive performance from senior Devin Zachary, as we talked about, with the hat trick in that match. Zachary leads the Hawks in goals with 6, while Mateo Sanchez follows with 4. Sanchez does lead the Hawks in game-winning goals with 3. Paul Balea leads the team with 3 assists, and Christian Garcia is right behind him with 2. Colin Thomas continues to lead the Hawks in net with 391 minutes played, 11 saves, 4 goals against, and a 4-0-1 record. The Eagles come into conference play after going 4-1-1 in non-conference action. In their last 3 games, the Eagles have come out with a high-octane offense, scoring a combined 27 goals. The Eagles defeated Lawrence University 10-2 on September 6th, University of Wisconsin Stout 9-0 on September 8th, and then they defeated the University of Wisconsin River Falls 8-0 on September 14th. So the Eagles, again, high-octane offense is an understatement. Connor Gage currently leads the Eagles in goals and assists with 8 and 5 respectively. Miguel Conde Guo follows right behind him with 7 and 4. Both Gage and Conde Guo have recorded 2 game-winning goals. Maverick Van Lanen has spent most of the time in net for the Eagles, recording 369 minutes with 14 saves, 6 goals against, and a 3-1-1 record. In the NAC, Connor Gage of the Eagles leads all players in goals with 8, while Mateo Sanchez of the Hawks leads in game-winning goals with 3. Illinois Tech again 4-0-1 overall, and Edgewood 4-1-1. Illinois Tech has scored 14 goals on the season, 2.8 a game, 57 shots, 11.4 shots per game, 36 shots on goals, 10 assists, 17 saves, and a 0.80 goals against average. For Edgewood, a 4-1-1 record, 33 goals on the year, 5.5 goals per game, 140 shots, which comes out to 23.3 shots per game, 74 shots on goal, 22 assists, 18 saves, and a goals against average on the season of 1.0. So we're going to take a little bit of an audio break here, and then we will have starters and anthem coming up for you shortly. And welcome back into the broadcast booth. We're getting ready to announce starters and then national anthem here shortly, so stay with us. As Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference men's soccer conference season kicks off with a great matchup between these two teams. Illinois Tech 4-0-1 and Edgewood 4-1-1, ranked 6th and 7th respectively in the United Soccer Coaches Association Region 8 poll. And they just had great starts to their non-conference season and looking to continue it here, both teams, as they start conference play. So good, right out of the gate, great matchup between these two programs. And now let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Edgewood College Eagles. In goal, a junior from Green Bay, Wisconsin, number 1, Maverick Van Lanen. A senior defender from Verona, Wisconsin, number 5, Jack Knight. A graduate student midfielder from Madison, Wisconsin, number 6, Aldon Lamani. A senior forward from Marseille, France, number 7, Miguel Conde-Guo. A first-year midfielder from Spring Green, Wisconsin, number 8, Joshua Kerr. Sophomore forward midfielder from Madison, Wisconsin, number 9, Christian Torres. A first-year forward from Verona, Wisconsin, number 15, Connor Gage. A junior midfield forward from Minneapolis, Minnesota, number 33, Jovan Dennison. First-year midfielder from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, number 35, Gavin Lewis. Sophomore defender midfielder from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, number 38, Riley Stevens. And a junior defender from Verona, Wisconsin, number 44, Connor Bruce. The Eagles are coached by head coach Tim Bruner in his second season. Assistant coaches Ben Barrington, Tony Kalash, Logan Fletcher, Peter Lively, Dan Gage, and Ryan Kwame. And now the starting lineups for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Junior defender from Plainfield, Illinois, number 3, Matthew Watson. Junior midfielder from El Dorado Hills, California, number 4, Ben Mell. A senior forward from Skokie, Illinois, number 6, Devin Zachary. Sophomore midfielder from Peoria, Illinois, number 8, Paul Balea. A senior forward from Weston, Florida, number 9, Mateo Sanchez. A sophomore defender from Homer Glen, Illinois, number 12, Zach Skiba. First-year midfielder from Grand Blanc, Michigan, number 23, Carson Floyd. A first-year defender from Athens, Greece, number 24, Athanasis Karagianis. A sophomore defender from Larnaca, Cyprus, number 31, Piros Simichas. First-year midfielder from Chicago, Illinois, number 34, Adrian Cogaludo. And in goal for the Scarlet Hawks, a sophomore from Helsingborg, Sweden, number 99, Colin Thomas. The Scarlet Hawks are coached by head coach Marlon McKenzie in his first season, assistant coaches Aziz Tar and Julian Soto. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise, remove your hats if you're wearing any, as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem. Well, welcome into the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Edgewood College and Illinois Tech men's soccer about to get underway here at Stewart Field. Thanks for joining us on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Again, Eric Willowhite on the call with you, Illinois Tech Sports Information Director. And again, just a great way to open the season. High-powered Edgewood College Eagles coming in with a 4-1-1 record. And Illinois Tech unbeaten on conference play, 4-0-1. Do it a little bit differently than the Eagles do, but either way, this should be a great early season matchup. Talked about Connor Gage, first year forward, already has 8 goals on the season to lead the NAC in scoring, even though we haven't had conference play, but just a great recruiting class there for head coach Tim Bruner. He's got some other first-year players in his starting lineup as well, so able to make a huge impact here in his second year leading the Eagles. And for Marlon McKenzie, in his first year running the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, has them undefeated as they enter conference play here. So again, a great matchup underway. Illinois Tech will be in their home whites with red numerals and trim. They'll be going left to right on your screen. And Edgewood Eagles in black with white numerals and red and black trim. They'll be going right to left to start things off in the first half. Goalkeeper for Illinois Tech will be in purple. That's Colin Thomas. And for Edgewood in light blue is Maverick Van Lenen. I love that name, Maverick Van Lenen. So we're underway here at Stewart Field. A great night. Temperature is mild. There's no rain in the forecast. Coming in with a game time temperature of 76 degrees. Light wind east out of 6 miles an hour out of the east. And 76 degrees. I'll just get a little cooler as we go along here. So just a very pleasant evening here on the south side of Chicago. Inside the zone goes Dennison. Dennison battling there with Matthew Watson. Watson comes out with the ball, gets it over to Mateo Sanchez. Now Sanchez along that far sideline. He's knocked down. And there's some contact with the head as Sanchez is down. Eagles maintain possession. Dennison. And Sanchez now just sitting up, but he got a blow to the back of the head. Not where the official And a throw in for Illinois Tech. That's going to be intercepted by Aldon Lumani. Inside the Hawk zone, they continue. Paul Balea will get it over to Zach Skiba, and now Cogaludo changes direction with it and gets it over to Piro Simitras. Simitras will get it back. We'll keep an eye on Mateo Sanchez. Again, he was grabbing the back of his head there after that collision. And here comes Edgewood into the zone. Winging it over to Christian Torres. Torres with the boot. That curls over towards the near corner. And the Eagles are going to keep it in and drop it up high. Dennison now back over to the near side and leave it for Aldon Lumani. Lumani tried to feed it inside, but Piro Simitras got in front of that one. And then that ball will roll over towards the midfield stripe. Zach Skiba will come up. A couple defenders meeting him there, and Dennison kicks that one out of bounds. Simitras trying to squeeze that one into Zachary. That's headed out of danger, however, by Jack Knight. Hawks retain possession inside the zone. Cogaludo, misconnection with Ben Mel, however, and the Eagles will look to bring it forward. Joshua Kerr rolls it inside Hawks territory, but nobody in a black shirt in the vicinity, so Simitras will grab it for the Hawks and get it over to Matthew Watson. Just under 41 minutes remaining here in the opening half, 40-44. No score between the Edgewood Eagles and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Here on the opening night of conference play, at least for these two teams, in men's soccer in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. Eagles trying to bring that ball inside the zone, battle at the midfield stripe, and the Eagles regain possession. On the near side, Jovan Dennison, or far side, I should say. Always going to get that messed up sometimes because we're actually broadcasting from what would be your far side from your viewing vantage point. But when the ball's over here, I might call it near side. So I'm trying to adjust this year. Our camera up on the east side and working through that. Here's Balea. Feeds it to Ben Mel on the near side. See, I can do it. Cutting inside. Unable to feed that one in. And that was Gavin Lewis getting a foot on that one, gumming up the play for the Hawks. Near side, far side Christian Torres. Feed inside again, too far out in front. That one's going to roll all the way over to Colin Thomas. And he'll take possession of the ball with 39-19 remaining in the opening half. Here's Simitras. Over to Ben Mel. Now Watson. Ball redirected by Torres. That one high in the air as Gavin Lewis heads that one down. Simitras is able to field it and gets it up to Karagiannis. Karagiannis over the midfield stripe, feeding it inside to Mateo Sanchez. And now Zachary's free, and they're going to whistle an offsides against the Hawks. So good-looking opportunity there for the Hawks. Offsides called, but the Hawks generating a rush. It's a welcome sight for head coach Marlon McKenzie. Now Zachary takes the ball. Tries to squeeze that over to Mateo Sanchez, but doing a good job of regaining possession was Jack Knight. And now Skiba, Zach Skiba, Holding on. We got a battle here between Skiba and Torres. Torres wins that battle for now. Upfield they go. Lewis drops it to the midfield stripe. Now Gage over on the far side. Finds a cutting Jovan Dennison. Dennison trying to get around Zach Skiba. Goes to the back lane. He's able to get a shot off, or at least a cross. And into the waiting hands of Colin Thomas. So you can see how quickly Edgewood can move in transition there. They had that ball towards the back line in a hurry as Gage found Dennison. Dennison with a burst of speed up that far sideline, able to get to the back line and get a crossover. Thomas able to intercept. Here's Simitris trying to feed that one into Paul Balea. It's headed back upfield. No, we get a foul there. Actually, that's Mateo Sanchez. And it's going to be Illinois. Nope, it's going to be, foul was on Sanchez, so that is Edgewood ball. As Jack Knight throws it over to Dennison on the far side, back to Knight. Into the circle, Gavin Lewis. And now upfield they go to Connor Bruce. Bruce. Now playing on that near side, dropping it back over to Lewis. Lewis to Lumani. And now to Knight from Stevens. Zachary gets the deflection. Leaves it for Zach Skiba. Upfield, knocked down by Dennison. 33 in black's been very noticeable here in the early going. As Gage is free, and spin around, and they're going to call a handball on the Hawks. So we're going to get a free kick for Edgewood. Up high. And it's immediately put in play. And rolled on net, and Colin Thomas able to stop that one. So quick activation by the Eagles there, trying to catch the Hawks napping, but Thomas was there to get that attempt from Gage. And we talked about Connor Gage, 8 goals on the season, first-year player for the Eagles. Having quite the inauguration to the league here, or to Division III soccer, as that's a foul on the Hawks. Knight will tap it over to Stevens, back to Knight, and then up the middle. Kerr tried to tap it over. Sanchez running free. Sanchez has Zachary. Devin Zachary slows down, left foot, and that one's blocked. Good job defensively by Knight. And then it's knocked over the back line. It's going to be Edgewood ball. Yeah, Knight did a great job there defending Zachary. And then Edgewood able to get the ball back after it goes over the back line. Last touch, Illinois Tech. Goal kick coming from Maverick Van Lanen. 34:04 remaining in the opening half. We are still scoreless. And that ball is booted out on the near side by Simitris, resulting in a throw-in for Edgewood. Yeah, Eagles, their last 3 games, they'd probably have a pair of goals already by now. But conference play, things tighten up. Scouting gets a little more intense. And attack plans are put into place by both coaches. But then both teams have to execute when they get out on the field, as that ball goes off the foot of Gage and out. Throw in for the Scarlet Hawks on the far side. Series of headers, and then the Eagles knock the ball down. They'll roll it on to Van Lanen. And Van Lanen with the quick kick to the center circle. Ben Mel is able to intercept. Oh, we tried to get that pass through to Balea, but Gavin Lewis was there to intercept. And now Connor Gage on the far side, fronted by Zach Skiba. Oh, nice job by Skiba, but Dennison comes back and reclaims the ball for the Eagles. So good support there by 33. Mentioned he's been playing a big role in this game, very active and very noticeable, and a good job there providing support for his teammate. Now here's Gage. Gage on the far side. Trying to spin around. Good spin. Gets it towards the middle, and it's left up high. Here's Gavin Lewis. Lewis will push it all the way over to the near side. And coming down that line is Connor Bruce. Bruce takes a tumble, and they're going to say a foul. So it'll be a free kick near the back line there. So as Coach Bruner was saying, treat it like a corner, and that's pretty much what it is, just in closer. And they're going to tap it. Shot blocked. Good block there by Carson Floyd. And now Floyd tries to push it upfield, but it's taken by the Eagles initially, and then ahead to Ben Mel. Ben Mel trying to track that one down, and they're going to whistle the offsides on the Scarlet Hawks. So opportunity extinguished before it could start. With the Hawks, Carson Floyd blocking that shot attempt on that pseudo corner kick, if you will, a free kick that was in a corner fashion. Here's Gage, and now a foul on Sanchez, as going down was Gavin Lewis. Yeah, getting a quick glimpse of 15 in black here for the Eagles. Very creative ball handler there. He's done a couple 360s while being defended by Zach Skiba and crew. The ability to work in tight space and ball handle to create definitely looks to be in his tool belt. And on that near side, ball goes out. It'll remain with Edgewood with 29:48 to go here in the opening half. No score. Lamani. He'll drop it up high. Then chip towards the box, gets deflected. Thomas is able to come out and gather that one up. Take that, not Lumani, that's Miguel Conde-Guo, 7. Ball headed. Zachary racing for it, overruns it, but then is able to get it back. Then it's taken by Gavin Lewis. Now Lewis to the midfield stripe finds Joshua Kerr. Kerr throws it back in the circle to Lamani. And then Jack Knight kicks it over to the near side where it gets into Hawks territory now. Up high, over to Gage on the far side. Gage against Skiba. Gage throws it through, and it's going to roll all the way over and out on the near side. Be an Illinois Tech ball. So again, Connor Gage trying to create opportunities there. That one is too strong through, and no one in the vicinity for the Eagles. Headed down by Connor Bruce, and then back into Eagles territory. This might be one of those games where the Hawks just have to pick and choose their moments to attack. Most of the possession has been to your left, my right. Gage dancing with it. Now to Dennison. Dennison with the cross right through. Shot. Thomas makes the save. Oh, wow. What passing there by the Eagles. And getting the shot off, I believe that was Joshua Kerr, number 8. Yeah. So Kerr with the shot, a turnaround attempt right into the breadbasket of Colin Thomas. Now here's Devin Zachary. Zach Skiba. Zachary will retreat in his zone and get it over to Colin Thomas. Thomas to Simitris. Now Karagiannis. Athanasis Karagiannis will head towards the inside. Cogaludo now finds Zach Skiba. Here come the Hawks. This is what I talked about, finding their opportunities. Oh, and then just too strong from Balea, trying to get it over to Zachary, and it goes over that back line for a goal kick for Edgewood. Maverick Van Lanen will take the kick. Very competitive first half here. Over on the near side, far side, Gage. Gage battling there with Zachary. Now Kerr back to Gage. Over to Lamani. .25:41 to go, scoreless here. In the first half, Edgewood versus Illinois Tech in men's soccer. Bouncer, that one goes wide of the far post. And it'll result in a goal kick for the Scarlet Hawks as we'll have our first substitution of the match for either team. Tomas Rebellato queued up here for the next opportunity. As Tomas making his return to the pitch. Be a welcome sight for the Scarlet Hawks. .24:33 to go. Watson now over to Simitris. Ball lobbed into the zone. Dennison will track that down for Edgewood and punches it upfield. There's Conde Guo to Gage. Gage heads it to the circle and finds Joshua Kerr. Now Kerr will take it over to the near side. Chipping it into the box, shot! And that one goes wide of that far post. So Thomas getting a piece of it. Or maybe not. Okay. Must have been an offside missed on that. Illinois Tech women's soccer leading Edgewood 2-0. Over in Madison, so while the men's team plays here at Stewart Field in Chicago, the women's teams battle in their conference opener with the Scarlet Hawks leading 2-0 with about 12 minutes remaining in that first half. Play along that near side. Taken away by Edgewood. Rushing through the circle is Kerr. Kerr trying to get it over to Gage. Matthew Watson steps up and intercepts. Now Watson finds Zachary. Good defensive play there by Jack Knight. And now Lumani. Yeah, the Eagles have done a great job of recovering when the Hawks have had opportunities, snuffing out anything before it can get started. So the Hawks really haven't had anything of consequence in this match. Credit to the Eagles defenders. Here's Knight. Right at the midfield stripe. He'll just dribble it through and then casually drop it back to Gavin Lewis. Check that. No, not. That's Riley Stevens, 38. Deep into the zone, trying to find Gage. Gage gets a foot on it, knocks it down, now creates space. Quick. Gets to the top and then passes it inside. That shot goes wide of the near post. So again, Connor Gage creating an offensive opportunity there. And the recipient that time was Christian Torres. So 2 substitutions, 1 for each team. Coming in for the Eagles, Stephen Castor is going to replace Gavin Lewis. And for the Hawks, coming out, Carson Floyd being replaced by Tomas Rebellato. Those are your 2 substitutions, your first 2 of the match, 1 for each team. Zach Skiba on the far side. Upfield trying to feed it to Sanchez. Sanchez able to get by Dennison for a moment. Trying to throw it cross field. The Eagles pick that one off. Ben Mel recovers. Skiba leaves it to the midfield stripe where it's picked up by Castor, who just joined the fray on that substitution. Eagles have been getting their chances. They've been wide a couple times on the far post and once on the near post. But sooner or later, those might cash in given the scoring proclivity of the Edgewood Eagles, as the Eagles are going to get their first official corner kick. And heading towards the corner. Can't make out the license plate just yet. And we get a whistle here as they're trying to organize the box. Kick from the far corner. The bag, the laptop bag. All right, kick is going to be on the way. Chipping it high and then bounded away. Looks like that was Castor with the kick, number 10. So Stephen Castor took the corner kick for the Eagles, and that was bounded away by the Hawks, but then coming up the gut is Riley Stevens. Stevens finds Castor. Is he going to be able to keep it in? Just over the back line. And that'll result in a goal kick for the Hawks. Couple substitutions queuing up for Edgewood. Brandon Kopp and Becca Murrow looking to come in at the next opportunity. As the Eagles possess right now with 18:20 remaining in a scoreless first half. It hasn't been an opportunity-free first half. The Eagles have had the opportunities, just haven't been able to convert. But it is still scoreless between these two teams on the conference opener for both squads. Now Castor will push that one up on the far side, finds Conde Guo, or on the near side, I should say. And Guo will drop it off to Lamani. Lamani to Kerr. Joshua Kerr spins to the center. And then a boot. That one's blocked by Sanchez. Upfield come the Hawks. And just too far out in front. Hawks weren't able to maintain possession. Now quick transition for Edgewood. Oh, nice tackle there by Balea. Now Zachary on the far side, dancing with Dennison. Zachary and Dennison, and then Zachary unable to maintain possession. Good job again defensively for the Eagles. As tripping over the ball momentarily was Knight, but they're able to get the ball upfield to Conde Guo. Guo to Gage, Connor Gage. Long pass over to Christian Torres. Here's Torres cutting in. Torres with the shots. And it's the side of the net. So again, Gage creating an opportunity for Torres, but Torres' shot hits the side of the net. Had to wait there as I wanted to see if there was any reaction from the Eagles, and there wasn't, so side of the net it was. Here's those two substitutions again for Edgewood. Brandon Kopp and Becca Murrow coming off for the Eagles. It'll be Joshua Kerr and Miguel Conde Guo. With 16-11 remaining in the opening half, a scoreless first half. We have chopper activity here around Stewart Field. Throw in for the Hawks. Here's Sanchez spinning. Now Zachary trying to feed Sanchez inside, taps it, and a good stop there by Maverick Van Lanen. So that was the best Hawks opportunity of the match so far. And Van Lanen able to meet the challenge. As that ball gets by a couple players. And now Thomas with the big boot. With Brandon Kopp in pursuit of that ball. He had to meet that one. Otherwise, that could have been an easy tap in for Kopp. Good job by Thomas. And now we got a player down. They'll play on. Now they whistle. As Zachary back down. Now they'll call the whistle. Zachary takes off his right cleat for a moment and then puts it back on. Free kick coming, Zach Skiba. Skiba will roll it all the way over to Simitris on that near side. Inside to Ben Mel. Back to Simitris. Now deflects. Thomas will meet it and boot it out of harm's way. It'll go way out of bounds on that near side. Throw in for Edgewood. Three more substitutions, two for the Hawks. Christian Garcia and Dominic Krupa coming in. Zach Skiba and Paul Balea coming out. For the Eagles, entering the match for the first time is Josiah Landon. Landon will be replacing number 9, Christian Torres. 14:03 remaining in the opening half. We are still scoreless. Hawks finally got their first real offensive opportunity a few minutes ago. Edgewood has been chipping away, coming close, but still nothing to show for it. Throw in on that near side for the Eagles. Inside the zone, ball is free. Eagles have it. And that one goes wide of that near post again. So again, another in-tight opportunity for Edgewood. Tough team to defend. Quick to the ball. And their ball handling skills have been very prominently displayed in this match as that ball's headed forward. Sanchez trying to get there first, but Van Lanen says no. He'll take possession and push the ball upfield. Kopp over to Dennison. Dennison being marked there by Christian Garcia. Now Knight over to Riley Stevens. Stevens feeds it in the circle to Castor, and Castor will chip it down. And that one will go over to the back line. I think a little miscommunication there as Castor kind of threw up his arms after that boot. Thomas sets it in play to Watson. Watson to Zachary. Garcia taken down from behind. They'll draw the foul. Free kick coming for the Hawks. And they'll tell him to put the ball back where the foul was. Trying to gain a little edge there. Can't blame him for trying. Even though it was like a full, 25 feet from the spot. Here's Watson to Zachary on the far side. Goes upfield, and it rolls off his foot. Devin a little frustrated with himself, not able to keep that ball in play. But it will play on here with 11:04 remaining in the scoreless first half. Knight trying to find Kopp. Brandon Kopp. Foul on Illinois Tech. Jack Knight up high. Now he'll come in. Has a little real estate. Finds Connor Gage. Gage going around a defender. Shot was blocked. Cross to the box was knocked away. Zachary has it. Now Christian Garcia taps it to Watson, who boots it upfield. Riley Stevens knocks it down, and then he'll push it over to Castor on the far side. Castor over to Dennison. Now Kopp has the ball taken away. Watson pushes it between two, but it's knocked back by the Eagles. Connor Gage. Gage will release to Dennison. Now Kopp. Kopp far corner. Coming inside has Becca Murrow. That one rolls towards Colin Thomas, who will take possession for Illinois Tech as we're under 10 minutes remaining here in the first half, 9:37 to go. Substitution in queue for the Scarlet Hawks. That'll be Cal Graham at the next opportunity. Cal Graham, number 27 for Illinois Tech, will be the next sub for the Scarlet Hawks. Over to Christian Garcia, far side, being pressured by Dennison. Now leaves it for Zachary. Zachary upfield, quick pursuit there by Castor. Knocks it out of bounds, but interrupts the offensive flow for the Hawks. So even when they're not gaining possession, they are slowing down the Hawks' transition. They're just unable to get untracked aside from that one opportunity that Sanchez put on net. And now Sanchez will be replaced by Cal Graham. Zachary will make the throw in right in front of our booth here. Headed forward by Edgewood. Now Krupa. Krupa to Ben Mel, now Devin Zachary. Far side Zachary has Christian Garcia in that far corner going towards the back line. Dennison cuts in front and takes that ball away from Christian Garcia. So again, I mentioned 33 has been very prominent in this game, and that's another example of it, defending Garcia well and beating him to that back line to take possession of the ball. Piros had to get that ball out of harm's way quickly. as Josiah Landon was in hot pursuit, so he had to make a quick reaction to push that ball upfield. Karagiannis to Simitras. Simitras lofts that high into Edgewood territory, knocked down by Rebellato. Mel trying to track that one down on the near side. He is able to. And then finds Simitras back in the Hawks zone, who gives it a quick boot. Intended recipient there was Cal Graham, but it's headed forward by Edgewood. Simitras back upfield. Oh, off the foot of Rebellato. He's trying to stay with it. But nice job defensively there. Now Rebellato will get whistled for the foul as he threw an elbow into Riley Stevens. Seven minutes remaining here in the opening half. Kopp on the far side, defended by Garcia. Good spinorama by 20. And then gets towards midfield. Now trying to stretch that one all the way over to Landon. And that one's going to go out of bounds on that near side. Throw in for Illinois Tech. And looks like it'll be Simitras. Handling of the throw. He gets it up to Cal Graham, who heads it down, but taken by the Eagles. Inside the zone. Kopp dribbling through. And then knocked away. Good defensive play there. I think that was Dominic Krupa who knocked that ball away from Kopp. Now we're going to have a corner kick for Edgewood with 6 minutes remaining in the opening half. This is their second corner. And again, that appears to be Stephen Castor, number 10, taking the kick. In that far corner. Now we get a whistle. Conversation there with, and a yellow card issued. A yellow card, I think that was on Karagiannis. So Karagiannis gets the yellow card, 24. And we're still waiting for the corner kick to happen. Castor. Castor with the corner. Let's see if he's going to do the tap in here. Nope, left foot kick curling towards the box. And that one sails through the box. And it goes over the back line. That'll be Illinois Tech ball. Last touch by Castor. So a yellow card issued to Karagiannis as they were lining up for that corner kick. As he protested a little too much. Argument pursued or continued. And then after the conversation continuing, the referee said, you know what, I'm just going to give you a yellow. I'm done with this conversation. That's how you end a conversation. Over to Christian Garcia underneath the circle. Now finds Devin Zachary on the far side, dropping it forward. Yeah, you can tell Devin Zachary's really frustrated. He's coming off a hat trick on Sunday against Lake Forest. Things have not been going number 6's way, however, in this match. It's still early, though. He just hasn't been able. He's just been off on connections and communication, so he'll look to get that regrouped here in the final 4:16 remaining in the opening half and adjust in that second half. Imagine Coach McKenzie's going to have a lot to talk about in this first half in terms of the possession and the offensive chances that the Eagles have generated and how they're going to try and mitigate that in the second half and more so generate some offense for themselves. They've been on their heels most of this first half. That ball knocked in field or into the Hawks zone by Murrow, and it's knocked back out. Headed back in by Knight, knocked down by Cogaludo. Cogaludo trying to get that ball upfield. Hawks are on side, racing towards that back line. What was Rebellato thinking there? He picked up the ball inside the zone. He thought it was out. I don't know what he thought there, but good defense first by Jack Knight, and then Rebellato picking up the ball inside in the field to play inside the Eagles zone. So that was an easy call. And now Graham cutting to the inside, finds Garcia off his foot. Wasn't a clean pass. And now Connor Gage racing towards that far corner. And he's bodied off the ball. We're going to get a whistle. And that was Devin Zachary. Again, the frustration mounting for number 6 in white. Unable to connect offensively and defensively there with the hard foul on Connor Gage. Ball's put in play. Chipping it towards the box. It'll go over to that near side. Rebellato trying to push it upfield. He's dispossessed there by Josiah Landon. Now back upfield the Hawks go. It's a foot race. Karagiannis trying to get there, but it's taken. That was Connor Bruce who got there first for the Eagles. And Jack Knight will boot it deep into Hawks territory, finding Landon. Simitris upfield. Karagiannis. Karagiannis pass intercepted by Riley Stevens. Stevens gets around a defender. And then he's tripped up. It'll be free kick for Eagles, and they're going to whistle that one down. So you got to slow it down, start over here. Oh, it's saying the Illinois Tech ball. Okay. All right, interesting. Here's Rebellato, has the ball taken away by Bruce. Oh, here's Landon spinning around. Landon leaves it. That shot's blocked on the attempt there by Murrow. Murrow across field, up high, trying to feed that one inside. And Kopp knocks down Zachary from behind. Kopp will get the foul. Oh, shit. .30 seconds remaining. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your score at halftime, Illinois Tech 0 and Edgewood College 0. Scarlet Hawk fans, Illinois Tech women's soccer in action at Edgewood. And at the half, the Scarlet Hawks lead the Eagles by the score of 2-0. Goal scorers in that match. Katie Chismark has both goals for Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech up at the half, 2-0 at Edgewood. Your first half statistics for today's game, the men's game. 8 shots for the Eagles, 1 for Illinois Tech. 2 shots on goal for Edgewood, 1 for Illinois Tech. 2 corners for the Eagles. 1 yellow card for each team. 11 fouls against the Scarlet Hawks, 3 against Edgewood. 2 offsides against Illinois Tech, 1 against Edgewood. And those are your halftime stats. We'll take an audio break. You're watching Illinois Tech men's soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back here at Stewart Field as we get ready for second half action. A scoreless first half between the Edgewood Eagles and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Both teams' starting lineups from the first half will start things here in the second half. Same goalkeepers. Maverick Van Lanen will be to your left of screen now, with the Eagles going left to right. And Colin Thomas to your right, with the Scarlet Hawks going right to left in their home whites. The Eagles will start possession here as Miguel Conde Guo pushes it into action. And we're underway here in the second half. A great early season matchup between these two teams, and it was an exciting first half. A lot more chances for the Eagles in that opening half. Let's see what adjustments the Scarlet Hawks are able to make to get more possession time, as they're looking good so far, but then a slip by Sanchez. And upfield, the Eagles push that ball over to Watson. Watson finds Karagiannis. And inside to Balea. Balea tipped to Ben Mel. And nice slide tackle there from Riley Stevens to knock that ball loose. Hawks keep possession, however. Zachary, far side Zach Skiba, or near side Zach Skiba. Now Balea. Zachary up high to Cogaludo, or Cogaludo yelling for it, but Zachary will punch it towards the box. Sanchez will race it down. Mateo Sanchez tries to get the cross through, and that's knocked out of play by Connor Bruce of the Eagles. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. That throw-in goes over the head of Balea, and then that's booted forward by Edgewood. Watson knocks it down, gets it to Colin Thomas, and Thomas will play it. And back to Thomas. Here's Piero Simitras. Simitras trying to thread that one through to Mateo Sanchez, but getting in the way of that one was Gavin Lewis. Now Gage will flip it to Christian Torres. Torres on the far side down to Connor Bruce. Bruce back to Torres. And push down. No call. They play on. Yeah. Eagles calling for a foul there, but none forthcoming. And that'll be an Illinois Tech throw. Karagiannis trying to make it to Sanchez, but knocked down by Riley Stevens. Carson Floyd pushing. Floyd finds it to Zachary. His pass is deflected, but Mateo Sanchez tracks it down. Rolls it over to Skiba on that near side. Here's Zach Skiba. He's slowing. Now to Balea. Balea to Mel. Ben Mel up high, Cogaludo. Cogaludo will chip it. Zachary will try and chase that one down over on the far corner. Zachary cutting to the inside. Devin Zachary. And his attempt to center was knocked away. And now Conde Guo throws it to the circle. Simitras meets Connor Gage, however. And Colin Thomas will track it down over on the far side. That'll go out of bounds. Throw in for Edgewood. Here's Christian Torres. Torres to Gavin Lewis. And now Jack Knight will reset things for Edgewood. Into the circle, Ben Mel. He'll drop it back to Simitras. Simitras with the long haul finding Zachary. Here's Ben Mel tracking the ball down, finding Mateo Sanchez. Sanchez now. Inside feed, finding Balea. Carson Floyd was in the area too. Now Sanchez gets it back. Stutter step inside to Mel. Cogaludo. Now Balea. Balea left foot shot. Score! Paul Balea What a shot by Balea, and the Hawks take a 1-0 lead at 40-47. So the goal, Paul Balea, assisted by Adrian Cogaludo. And the Hawks take that 1-0 lead. So again, Eagles getting a ton of chances in that first half. The Hawks, though, have looked much better here in the second half in their pursuit. And they're able to get the opening goal of this match with just under 5 minutes to go or 5 minutes into the second half, I should say. Here's Ben Mel. Mel finds Carson Floyd on that near side. Floyd, he tried to feed that over to Cogaludo, but mishit it. And now the Eagles look to go the other way quickly. Gage with the pass. Conde Guo cuts to the inside, blocked by Piro Simitras. Knocked down by Gage, however. Gage battling and gets one shot. That goes off of Watson. No, that's Cogaludo, sorry. And that's going to be a corner kick for Edgewood. So a corner kick coming for Edgewood. And it's a tap over to Bruce. Chip towards the box. Header and a score. And it was Jack Knight getting the header. So number 5, Jack Knight. Edgewood goal, scored number 5, Jack Knight. Assist number 15, Connor Gage. So we're all even at 1 as the Eagles respond quickly after the Hawks got the opening goal of the match. The Eagles turn around about a minute or so later and get the equalizer coming off a corner kick. Here's Conde Guo, and we're going to have it offsides against Edgewood. Quickly into play, the Hawks go. Here's Ben Mel. Mel. Now to Cogaludo. Back to Simitras. Here's Simitras now. With the big boot trying to find Zachary. That's headed forward by Knight. Now Ben Mel over to Sanchez trying to tip it to Zachary. Sanchez still pursuing. Good job by Riley Stevens to maintain possession for Edgewood. Now they'll go the other way. Connor Gage battling there with Skiba. Zach Skiba pulls it out, gets it to Balea. Balea, little dance, will take it wide. Balea being there, pressured by Halverson, or Dennison. And that's going to be a foul on the Hawks. So Balea gets whistled for the foul. Well, we knew this was going to be a good game going in based on both teams' records heading into their conference opener tonight, and especially with the high-powered offense the Eagles brought in. But the Hawks had not been beaten this season either. They play a little bit different style of soccer, and they made a nice adjustment at halftime, got the first goal of this match. But the Eagles, not to be denied, they responded about a minute or so later, and we're all even at 1 with 37 minutes remaining in the second half. And we're going to get an offsides call against Illinois Tech. So a couple pretty goals by both teams here, and we're all even at 1. Doesn't matter how they get in, how they look. You just need them to go in. Van Lanen will take the kick. Here's the boot from Van Lanen. That's going to be headed by Cogaludo, chipped ahead by Balea. Zachary trying to get there, but it was met by Riley Stevens. Now upfield, Connor Bruce. Piro Simitras finds Ben Mel. Mel to Zachary. Zachary over to Cogaludo. Cogaludo through the circle. He's being converged by 3 players. Now Karagiannis with a little space. Torres from behind. Ooh, good foot there by Stevens as Zachary was busting free there. And a good knockdown on the ball there by Cogaludo. And they're going to get the foul on Paul Balea. As he fouls on Joshua Kerr. So free kick coming here for Edgewood. Little 8-on-8 crime there as Balea fouled Kerr. Now here's Connor Bruce, far side Bruce. Left foot kick, that curls forward, and Cogaludo's able to track it down for the Hawks. Upfield he goes, but nothing but Edgewood players in that circle. And they'll shift it over to Bruce here on the far side. Oh, he's able to keep it in. Bruce now battling with Zachary. That one goes off, and it's going to be Illinois Tech ball on the throw-in. Colin Thomas with the boot over to Zach Skiba on that near side. He had to wait for that to come down, and that allowed Connor Gage to catch up to him. And now the Eagles retake possession. Gage back into Eagles territory it goes, where Jack Knight will facilitate. Now Riley Stevens. Skiba punches it upfield. It's immediately ejected back into Hawks territory, where Watson pushes it up. There's Van Lanen. Right foot kick, big kick. Piro Simitras heads it down. Gavin Lewis, Cogaludo, and Christian Torres all going for the header, and now taken down from behind was Devin Zachary with the foul on Gavin Lewis. Ball put back in play. Cogaludo. There's Carson Floyd. Floyd chipping it ahead. Floyd towards the box. Oh, knocked out of there. Good defensive play by Stevens. 38 for Edgewood has flashed prominently here in the second half, making some nice defensive plays. And we get a whistle now. It'll be Edgewood ball. With 33:03 remaining in the second half, we are all square at 1 after a scoreless first half. Each team got a goal within the first 6 minutes of the second half. That's where we are right now, all tied at 1. Cogaludo will head it, but Christian Torres will knock it down and head toward the middle of the field. Through ball, trying to feed it into Joshua Kerr, but that was picked off. And now Mel upfield, and his attempt is picked off by that number 38, Riley Stevens. Cogaludo battling there with Gavin Lewis. Or no, that's Connor Gage. No foul called there, but Balea wound up kicking the ball out of bounds, so it winds up to be Edgewood ball. Gage arguing there should have been a foul. The referee's not agreeing, and if you saw in that first half, the yellow card assessed to Giannis for a corner kick, where he was arguing about positioning. And we're going to get a yellow card now. It's Mateo Sanchez with the yellow. And the ball inbounded here. Piros tries to head that one down. Mel is able to track it. Touches it upfield to Devin Zachary. It's deflected, kept in by Gavin Lewis. And now Conde Guo finds Connor Gage. The dangerous Connor Gage, 8 goals on the season. Dancing around up top of the box. And it's pushed back upfield. Riley Stevens battling with Mateo Sanchez. Stevens, tough to get off the ball there. 6'2", 205. I think that's a little light on the 205. It's a big man. Knocked down by Conde Guo, and he gets the ball loose, and it rolls in. Conde Guo, as the Hawks weren't able to corral that ball in front of the box, and he kept pursuit. Number 7. Edgewood goal scored by number 7, Miguel Conde Guo at 31:01. So unassisted at 31:01, Conde Guo kept battling for that ball. And the Hawks unable to control that ball in the box. And Guo is able to tuck it underneath Colin Thomas. And now the Eagles have a 2-1 lead with 31 minutes remaining. So now the Hawks will have to come from behind here. Still plenty of time. But the danger is that high-octane offense of Edgewood and giving them chances when you're pressing for the tying goal. So they're just going to have to maintain their system here. And main thing is possess the ball. That's something that's been slipping away from them here in the last few minutes. Now Piros Simitras steps up, pushes it over to Carson Floyd. Here's Floyd. Floyd battling on that near sideline, trying to get that pass over to Zachary. Eagles look to get the ball upfield, and they do. Crossfield finds Christian Torres. Now Gavin Lewis. Too far out front, intended recipient was Connor Bruce, but that'll go towards the back line. Simitras kept it in. And that allows the Hawks to restart play here on the far side. Giannis. Now Cogaludo. Cogaludo's effort over to Zach Skiba on the near side crosses midfield. Off of Sanchez and taken back by Edgewood. Ball deflected off of Watson. Simitras stops it down, finds Ben Mel. Cargianis over to Cogaludo. Cogaludo stutter step, and then his pass to Zachary, quickly read by Connor Bruce. The Hawks telegraphing their passes there as Piro Simitris is going to get the foul called against foul on Conde Guo. Trying to plead his case, but nothing changing there. Torres will take the free kick here. He'll curl it in. And it's headed up by Watson, but it goes towards the box. And able to recover is Colin Thomas. Up the near side where Carson Floyd has it. And Zach Skiba over to Ben Mell. Here's Colin Thomas. Thomas! Pass was knocked back in. Simitris able to recover. Finds Cargiani. You can see how quick the Eagles pressure as that one is going to hang inside. Zachary trying to track it down. He does. Devin Zachary, and he's taken off the ball there. Nice defensive play by Jack Knight. And a foul as Gavin Lewis takes down Zachary, so we'll have a free kick for the Hawks. So free kick coming for Illinois Tech. It'll be Paul Balea taking the kick for Illinois Tech as Piro Simitris heads towards goal. You have Cargianis and Zach Skiba tending the circle with Colin Thomas just underneath from a defensive posture. And Balea will take the free kick here. Left foot kick that goes right into the hands of Maverick Van Lanen. Simitris to Zachary. Has the ball taken away. Torres with the long feed downfield. Finding Gage. Connor Gage. Gage has a ball knocked away by Skiba. Taken back, however, by Kerr. Joshua Kerr. Over to Gage. Gage will bring it up high to Gavin Lewis. Now Connor Bruce on the far side. Bruce will throw it to the circle where Riley Stevens. And now Jack Knight. A couple substitutions getting queued up here for the match. For the Hawks, Tomas Rebellato will look to come in the next opportunity. And for Edgewood, it'll be number 20, Brandon Kaup. Rebellato checking in for Carson Floyd and Kaup. Kaup's coming in for Joshua Kerr. Those are your substitutions. Also going to come in a moment for Edgewood is Josiah Landon. They'll have to wait on the next opportunity. As play resumes. Here's Bruce. Bruce over to Gage. Gage on the far side. Dances to the middle. Gage feeding it inside. Little give and go. Gage gets the ball back. And that one going to be Illinois Tech ball. Substitutions now for the Hawks. Cal Graham and Dominic Krupa coming in. And Josiah Landon for Edgewood. Coming off for the Hawks is number 9, Mateo Sanchez. Number 4, Ben Mell. Coming off for Edgewood will be number 7, Miguel Conde Guo, who has the go-ahead goal so far here in the match on that great individual effort near the box. The Hawks looking for the equalizer. Still 24 minutes remaining in the half. Here's Skiba. Upfield goes Rebellato, Tomas Rebellato. Trying to get it over to Zachary. Rebellato gets it back to Balea. Now over to Zachary, but that was taken away by Jack Knight and the Eagles. Watson trying to get in front of that ball from Landon. He'll knock it down to Colin Thomas inside the box, and Simitris will handle it from there. Karagiannis over to Cal Graham. Graham taps it to Krupa. And the ball goes out of bounds, knocked out by Gavin Lewis. Karagiannis will take the throw. Zachary tried to squeeze that one through, but was denied. Oh, and that ball keeps with Lewis and feeds it ahead to Landon. Josiah Landon, ball stays with him. Right foot shot. Piro Simitris gets in front of it. And now upfield go the Hawks. Knocked down. Kogaluto tried to get that one up, but good job defending that one was Lumani. And now a shot, score! What a quick transition for Edgewood. Connor Gage getting the goal. Well, Gage gets the goal. That gives Edgewood the 3-1 lead. So Connor Gage with his second of the match. Apologize for the audio issues there. Edgewood goal scored by number 15, Connor Gage, his second of the match, unassisted at 12:23. So Connor Gage adding to his goal totals. He now has 10 on the season. And Edgewood firmly out in front here, 4-1. The backbreaker, if you will. Although you might say that was the third goal. But just for extra measure, Edgewood puts in a fourth. Yeah, I was saying the audio not in function there. Here's Balea. Balea trying to get it upfield. And shot. Oh, what a save there by Lanin. Lanin getting a right hand on it. As that ball comes back inside the zone where Murrow tracks it down. And ball taken back. That was Nick Skiba with the shot and a big save by Lanin. Now Rebelato battling, and we're going to get a foul on 17. Down 11 minutes to go here. 4-1 lead for Edgewood. And apologize for that audio issue before. We got that cleared up. Back to Van Lanen. Van Lanen now will have to push it over to Stevens. As that ball slips free, and Thomas will track it, and he'll give it a boot. Deep into Edgewood territory, and Van Lanen will back up, let it go off his chest, and then pick it up as Skiba puts on the pressure. Now here's Kopp over the midfield stripe. Look how quick they get in transition, do the Eagles. Conde Guo, and it's knocked out of there by Zachary. Upfield they go. Garcia ahead to Balea. Here's Paul Balea in that near corner. Balea trying to feed it into Skiba. Shot, that goes wide. Balea inside to Nick Skiba. Skiba unable to get it squared up on frame as that one goes wide of the far post. And it remains 4-1. Skiba with a couple nice opportunities here in quick fashion. Well, Balea was arguing something with the official there, and now he's going to get himself a yellow card if he keeps it up. $9:14 to go. 4-1 lead for Edgewood. Yeah, every soccer team has some excitable players, and the Hawks are no different. Number 8, number 31 definitely fall into that category for Illinois Tech. So does 17, Rebelato. They play with an edge. That's kind of their game. It helps them. Sometimes can be counterproductive, but for the most part, all three of them bring a significant contribution to this team. Here's Bruce inside his own zone. He's going to find Murrow. And now Murrow's pass is deflected, but it still winds up going to Kopp. Kopp in a foot race with Ben Mel. Kopp's going to win that one. Rolls it on the box. Good stop there by Watson. Another chance for the Eagles. Now Murrow sneaks that one through, but Zachary picks it up. And ahead to Rebelato. Rebelato racing up on that far sideline. Stevens bodies him off the ball. And the Eagles go the other way. Now pushing that one ahead. Thomas coming out to meet it, and he'll get there. Ball is loose. And Thomas will play the kick upfield. And that one will stay in bounds along that near side. A couple dangerous moments there for Colin Thomas, but able to survive. 4-1, Edgewood, 7:08 to go. Here's Kaup again. Kaup on that back line. And they're going to say it's a corner for Edgewood. Substitution for Edgewood coming in will be Stefan Soldat. And no sub there as the communication with the referee is not working. Thomas frustrated. He's seen enough ball today to last him a few matches. A little bit different. Stepping up in class here, taking on the Eagles versus some of the teams that the Hawks face in non-conference play. Of course, you can say the same thing for the Eagles as well. But either way, the Eagles out on top big here, 4-1 in this conference opener. Thomas! Little stutter step to settle that one. He almost gave it up to Murrow. Now the Eagles can just play the patient game, just play some ball possession. Mel will get it for the Hawks to Rebellato on the far side. Tomas Rebellato trying to squeeze that one inside to Nick Skiba. That's pushed back upfield. Here's Christian Garcia. Garcia, there's Nick Skiba. Back to Garcia up high. Now he'll dribble around the referee, kind of use him as a screen a little bit, and then get the ball over to Zach Skiba. Here's Ben Mel. Mel's pass to Zachary was intercepted. And upfield they go. Here's Kaup. Kaup with a lot of real estate there. Kaup cuts to the inside. Krupa pushes him off the ball. And upfield they go, Zachary to Rebellato. Rebellato battling there with Bruce. Taken down by Rebellato. And a yellow card coming for 17, just like we talked about. Tomas Rebellato with the yellow card at 4:51. Well, Hawks definitely losing their cool here. They've been undefeated here in conference play, only one tie. But they've been down after getting the first goal of the match early in the second half. They've surrendered 4 straight, and you can see the frustration mount for the players as coming in for Edgewood, Stefan Soldat comes in, and he's replacing Connor Bruce. Here's Kaup. Kaup will drop it back over to Jack Knight. Now Van Lanen. Van Lanen with a strong boot inside the Hawks territory. Krupa sidewinder there to get it into the circle, but Murrow comes out with it. Murrow finds Kaup on the far side. Kaup. He's got Zachary and Christian Garcia. The cross goes through all the way over to the near side. That's going to be tracked down by Edgewood. A few substitutions queuing up for Illinois Tech and one for Edgewood on the next opportunity as we approach under 4 minutes remaining in the match. Here's Soldat. Soldat to Knight. Soldat's pass trying to get it inside. That was knocked away by Rebellato. And now to Christian Garcia. Garcia dropping it back to Zach Skiba. And Christian Garcia. Paul Balea. Balea changes directions, squeezes it through, but a good knockdown there by Riley Stevens. Mentioned Stevens had a really strong second half here, very noticeable in this second half. Not that he wasn't in the first, but he's flashed quite a few times here, interrupting play for the few opportunities that the Hawks have had in this second half. Nice feed through by Conde Guo. That one going towards the box. Conde Guo tried to get a foot on it just outside of his reach, and that one will roll off of Kaup and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Illinois Tech. Here's your substitutions. For Edgewood, Connor Thompson coming in. For Illinois Tech, Alex Malawat, Jake Skiba, Brennan Paradiso, and Lorenzo Fideli. Those are your new players for the Hawks. Coming off is Logan Garcia, Tomas Rebellato, Zach Skiba, and Devin Zachary. As we're down to 2:53 remaining here in the second half. 4-1 Edgewood. After falling behind 1-0, about 5 minutes into the second half, they got the equalizer about a minute later, and they haven't looked back since, adding 3 more goals to go up 4-1, and they will start conference play 1-0 and improve to 5-1-1. The Scarlet Hawks will suffer their first loss. They'll drop to 4-1-1 on the season. Yeah, this Edgewood team, very impressive. As we mentioned, coming into the match, they had scored 27 goals in their last 3 matches. They, quote, only have 4 today, but they were 4 quick answers after the Hawks went up 1-0. So very impressive team here from the Eagles. A through ball trying to find Ben Mel in that far corner. Mel keeps it in. Mel now to Malawat, Alex Malawat, as we're down to a minute 36. Malawat will handle the throw. And I'll remember the 1-minute countdown. Watson with a heavy boot, but that's going to sail. Ooh, almost made it on to 31st Street there, just the top of the fence. We haven't had one on 31st Street in this match. Usually won a match, but not today. Still a minute to go, however. 1 minute remaining in the match, 1 minute. Van Lanen will take the kick as we're under a minute. Headed, knocked down by Jake Skiba. And upfield go the Eagles. They'll drop it back down as we down to 35 seconds remaining. Van Lanen will take another crack at it and splits the seam and gets it over to Lumani. Foul in the circle. That'll go against the Hawks. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your final score, the Edgewood Eagles 4, Illinois Tech 1. Illinois Tech men's soccer and women's soccer will head to the road this Saturday as they'll go up to Fond du Lac to take on Marion. The men play at 2 p.m. and the women at 5 p.m. Next home event for Illinois Tech Athletics will be this Saturday, homecoming weekend, a 7:30 match as women's volleyball takes on Andrews University, 7:30 p.m. at the Keating Center. Come on out and support Illinois Tech women's volleyball. Thank you for coming out to tonight's match. Please drive or walk home safely.